So yeah, this episode, this time on Medabots, they go to the beach. There's no fan service, thankfully.
Yeah, considering the main characters are grade schoolers.
Yeah, it is just a cute beach episode where Icky loses his first battle.
Yeah.
It just comes out of nowhere, and it's like, oh, okay, sure.
So
I'm gonna, yeah.
I have several questions concerning this episode. The first one is why when we get the shot of Metabee with the snorkel, we hear breathing noises.
I assume Metabee does not need air.
He's a robot, I would think not.
I would assume not. But I can't say for sure.
Yeah. My second question, why does a robot get seasick?
Alright, that one might actually be pretty explainable. Because there's, like, probably, like, bounce servos and stuff to be like, hey, you're not upright. Hey, warning, warning. And that just translates into, like, oh, you got seasick.
Why would you program your Medabot to get sick when that happens, though?
Because I think in humans that's like a freaking
danger.
reaction to something throwing your system off so hard that you think you're getting ill, so your like thing acts up or whatever, your like immune stuff or whatever. I may not immune system, you're just like, your biology in general is like, oh hey, you're really dizzy and avid, this must be because disease.
Counterpoint, humans aren't like programmed for like a robot is. Like they intentionally designed a robot to get sick. Like
why would you do this?
I don't.
This
just
reminds me of like, all right, there is a Brian David Gilbert like video. I was gonna say film, but no, it's just a random video where he like talks about every robot master in Mega Man and like explains how useful their power is in like various degrees from best to worst or whatever to like rank all of them. And he gets to like Crash Man or something, and it's like, yeah, this thing is like intended to be like a sentient crash test dummy. Why would you create this? Why'd you create a sentient being who is designed to just go in every day and feel pain?
There's a in the game Hi-Fi Rush, there are there are like test robots that are like they have like the crash test dummy like design on them and everything. And what it is for that is they program in a sense of, oh boy, I can't wait to go in and get wrecked.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh man. Just man, that video was great, by the way. There's some really dumb ones. Oh man, but yeah, they like beach episode. So like, yeah, everything they go on the beach. There's a continuing B plot of Icky's dad getting increasingly more and more sunburned. It does not matter. Yeah. There's also surprisingly cool dog in sunglasses who also does not matter, but I will acknowledge that he exists.
Yeah, Salty.
Salty is just chilling out with shades on, and it's great. I wish I got the image.
I figured you would have.
I posted in the Discord and forgot to save it to the main computer.
Dang. Yeah, I like the little moments of Salty where he's like chilling with like sunglasses and everything. And
man.
Then later when Icky and Metabee are all like tired and worn out, he walks up with like a couple of water bottles and gives them to him, and it's like, he's like weirdly smart. It's like, okay, this is fun. I like
Yeah.
him.
Like, just... Bots 5 salty, and I just, like, just throw this crap over. Hopefully this works. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there's our boy.
I was scrolling through the Digimon models, and
Yeah.
I saw Chica from Savers on the list, and I'm like, what the heck? It's like, oh right, there was like a Savers video game.
Oh man.
But yeah, look at him. Look at his cool shades.
All I remember about this series video game is that there is like a weird character who, looking back, is like completely original, and they're like this weirdo scumbag adult businessman with a Biomon. And I'm like, oh, huh, okay.
Oh my god, there's a model of Chief Hasiba, the government guy.
Oh man. I feel like I won't want to use a 3D model of someone who's like an actual like person, right? Like a human character. I don't know, that feels weird.
I mean, I was just pointing it out because it's funny.
Oh, it's pretty funny, but yeah.
There's just a model of like one of the worst characters in that show.
Jeez.
But yeah, I need to stop bringing up model resource.
No, bring it up more. We need to fill more time for the episode.
No, we don't.
But yeah, there's a rumor going around that there's a sea monster on the beach. And they like throw out some options. They're like, okay, maybe it's this like, Japanese yokai, or it's a Hydra, which they think of as like King Gamera or King Ghidorah or whatever.
King Ghidorah.
Or maybe it's just a dinosaur and they show freaking Gamera, who is like a turtle.
Yeah, the first one's Umibozu, which is the yokai that sinks ships.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, oh, there's this monster or whatever, and it's like, Arika's like all in on trying to find it. Icky's just like, whatever. Dumb. Like, Icky is not like he doesn't buy into supernatural stuff.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, what's that game that count? That was like, it was like a Souls-like. It was like the Dark Souls samurai game before Sekiro by a different company.
Neo,
yeah. The freaking Umibozu was such a freaking difficult boss for me in Neo. Holy crap. That thing can go die. I hate it. That fight sucked. Jeez. But yeah, they go, they're like searching for the monster, and they just see the Umibozu, except it's not. It is the Kanihachi Mark II, which I think Hachi is octopus.
Taco. Taco is octopus.
Okay, yeah, I know what Hachi is then. It's something. As a CLA type, and I don't know, because it's an octopus. Is calamari?
Not sure.
Does calamari start with a C?
Yes.
Maybe it's alright, maybe that's what they're going for. Because I just looked at that, I'm like, claw?
Seems like
that does it.
It seems like Hachi is just it's just part of a name.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, because there's like a character in One Piece that's like an octopus named like Hachiko or something, or some crap. And I'm like, oh, is this like a pun? And I guess it is not. Oh man, but yeah, they see this thing, and they see a Japanese fisherman who gives them sage advice in a trading arc.
Oh, Hachi means 8.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because I was thinking there was probably like some association there.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
looked it
8
up and
arms,
it's like,
yeah.
what does Hachi mean? And it's like, it doesn't mean anything. And it's like, no.
Okay, so yeah,
I put I put the clarifier. It's like, what's it mean in Japanese? It's like, it's 8. Oh, okay.
okay, so it is a pun then.
Yeah, he's an octopus.
So yeah, since this is from the creator of Digimon Data Squad, of course there is an old fisherman who mentors the main character.
Of course. I like the bit. So there's a bit where it's like, oh, we're like Icky and Arika are too afraid to like approach him to talk to him, and then it just cuts over and Metabee's over on the rock next to him, sitting to him, asking him questions.
Yeah,
And
Mubby
like,
and Salty. Mubby
yeah,
with the dog.
yeah, and it's like the fisherman's got a shamisen, and he's just kind of playing it. And there's a dumb little detail I like, and Metabee's asking him questions, and it's like, and it became apparent to me what was going on when like he answered no, and it's like, oh, he's strumming once for yes and 2 for no.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's silly, but I like it. It's like, oh, he can talk. He's just doing it for fun, I guess.
It's such a trigger gag.
Yeah.
Oh man, I should mention with the last episode too, it's like just the rich school itself as well just feels like so trigger related, you know?
Oh yeah, it looks like freaking Hanoji Academy or whatever. It's
Yeah.
this gigantic fortress of a school.
I like the implication that like one of the animation directors did this show and they just made the rich school into all the rich gags they could think of. And Kill la Kill came out and they like created a second rich school so they could do even more rich kid gags. So they could have the money guns. Oh man. But yeah, they like see Octopus and they're like, okay, well, whatever. And I should mention, I was not a huge fan of this, but this is like a solid episode. And I didn't laugh as much as the others. It feels like it drags on, right? Like early on, it feels like the pacing just kind of drags.
More than either of the other 2 episodes, in these 3, this one feels like filler. But I don't know. I thought it was still fun.
Oh yeah, like I don't hate it or anything. It's just like, yeah, this dragged a bit. They like, they really like took their time just screwing around, trying to like, just figure this crap out. And just freaking Icky just randomly gets just challenged by beach bullies. And it's like, okay, well, let's see if you can find the water, Mubby. Oh wait, you can't. Oh crap, we lost.
Yeah, so they go to start the fight, and Mr. Referee comes in rowing along in a rowboat, like up to the fight.
Yeah,
and it's like, he does his thing, and it's like, all right, start the battle, and then like, the random kid's like shark Medabot jumps in the water, and Metabee grabs the rowboat and starts rowing out into the ocean to fight. It's like, okay, yeah, like row battles, you just use whatever's around you. Even if Mr. Referee brought it.
I do want to point out that Mr. Referee approaches from the ocean.
Oh yeah, he was out there.
Where was he? Where was he before this? Where did he come from? Was he on a different island? Is he just sitting out there waiting for the chance to make his entrance?
He was just out there rowing.
Just out rowing on the ocean, just off the specific beach, just hiding in the bottom of the boat, just snickering to himself like, oh yeah, if they do a row battle, I'm going to show up and it's gonna be so cool.
They'll never see it coming.
They'll never see it coming. God, based on what we see next episode, the Mr. Referee may have way more intel than I was giving him crap for.
Yeah. Also, it might explain how he gets around.
Just if a character in the show was an alien, you know what? No, I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll get to that later. But yeah, freaking what the crap's this thing's name again? It's Yuchitan. And is a shark mermaid robot, but it's mostly a shark.
It's pretty cool. I think it's a pretty cool Medabot.
It's pretty neat, yeah.
It's
I like it more in the evil robot in the next episode.
Yeah. Yeah, the one in the next episode seems like all it does is, well, we'll get there.
Well, we'll get there.
The only issue I have with this one, which could be remedied by swapping out its leg parts, but it's just like, this thing's useless if you're not near a body of water.
So, is it just me, or was I the only one who's just sitting there, like, watching this? Like, okay, why don't you just fight him on land? You're on a beach.
Yeah, just shoot him. You have ranged weaponry.
Yeah, stay in the pier. He has his torpedoes. They're not gonna, like, go aground with that. Just be like, hey, you want to fight? Come over here. I don't need to go on the water. You come to my domain.
I think it's just because Medabots was mad at the time.
Yeah.
They insulted him, and so Medabots was just reckless and impulsive and just hopped on the boat to get after him.
Yeah, then we do the rematch, and we have to go on the water again to be him in his own element. And I'm just like, wait, but why though?
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like it'd be a bit of a different story if he could, like, shoot from the water onto the land, right? But I don't think we see him do that.
I think it's probably just because we need conflict this episode. If Medabots didn't leave the beach, then it would just be, I'm just gonna shoot at you until I win.
Just rare L for Icky, both, like, literally and strategically.
Yeah. Like, because, yeah, Medabots has all the advantage, because it doesn't seem like the shark Medabot has any ranged options. It seems entirely melee focused.
It has a torpedo, but it is a torpedo.
Yeah, so it goes in the water and nowhere else.
Yeah, pretty much. It's not gonna do much if you're standing on the beach.
This episode does have something stupid also, like strategy wise, I guess, that it's like, yeah, how did you not understand that that's a thing earlier? Basically, in the rematch, it's like, okay, Medabots can float in the water, he can't move because the fishermen didn't teach him how, which is silly, but whatever.
Yeah, they give him octopus legs so he can stand on the water. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, oh man, he's so fast. He's coming at us from everywhere. How do we hit him? And then the fisherman has to go like, it's a shark. Sharks, it may reveal a way for you to see it or whatever. And it's like, yeah, no crap. The shark fin. Like it does like the stereotypical shark fin thing that they do in movies and whatever, where the shark fin pokes out of the water and then it like approaches and attacks or whatever. And just like, you never thought to attack it based on where that is? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I guess not.
It's like a big revelation for Icky that that's a thing. And as soon as they realize it, they win the fight instantly. Like,
man, this is not a good episode for Icky in any way.
It's not the best. It was a decently fun episode to watch, but there are some pretty stupid
like for how logical he's portrayed in like all his fights. This seems like a pretty big miss, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know, it feels a bit inconsistent, but you know, whatever, it's fine.
I do like the idea that it's like, oh, after this Medabots, if he has to fight in the water, we'll know how to do it or whatever. Like, I don't know, maybe they'll train to the point where he can move in the water with the octopus legs.
I feel like logically I should be using the shark robot for the thumbnail, but I really want to use the dog.
I mean, go for it.
Because when am I going to be able to get a thumbnail with the freaking dog with sunglasses again?
Yeah, and just call it like I don't know, just call the episode like beach episode or like obligatory beach episode.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh man.
Or something, or the salty sea dog. I don't know.
The saltiest sailor. Nah, that don't
Yeah.
make sense. Does
But,
this
I
make
mean,
him a salty sea dog?
that was the joke this is a joke I just made.
I felt like I missed that.
Yeah, I said call the episode like salty sea dog or something.
Oh man.
But I mean that's kind of the episode. Like, it turns out that the kids were like, I think they were like stacking their Medabots on top of each other to create the monster, and then they fight, and then Metabee wins.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, there's not much to talk about with this episode. There's not a lot of like goofy hijinks.
Maybe gets his parts back.
Yeah.
Hey, do you think that like they use Medabots in the military in this world?
No.
Are wars waged via Medabot?
I don't think so. Not unless they build specialized military Medabots, because I don't get the impression that you couldn't just use your regular weaponry and just like blow one of these things up. Like, Erica kicks one in the next episode and it explodes.
Yeah, but it is still a combat robot with guns, and I feel like you'd probably do that. I feel like there's like some viability there. Yeah, these things seem pretty powerful.
Like I said, if they build them specific militarized Medabots, maybe. But
yeah,
like these normal ones that these kids are running around with that explode if you kick them, no.
Because I'm thinking, it's like, alright, Digimon, there's a reason why they're not using the Digimon Wars. Shaman King actually acknowledges this crap. Pokemon has, like, straight up Pokemon Wars in the movie, and they're, like, implied and stuff. In, like, the Lucario film, yeah. Yeah, in the Lucario film, you just see a Pokemon War, and there are, like, armored Pokemon everywhere. Where does Medabot stand with this?
Medabot stands with, this is the goofy, like, very intentionally goofy kid show. Don't think about it.
Does like, Mr. Referee have to be refereed to Vietnam?
It's the same. It's the same idea as these kids are running around with robots that have live ammunition. Don't think about it. Like, it's just.
But I want to think about it.
You're thinking way too hard about the terrible,
implications.
Like, yeah, the terrible realistic thought process of this world. It's like there's a dog with cool sunglasses chilling in an inner tube in the beach episode. Like, you're thinking too hard.
Oh man. I can't talk about something, but this is gonna relate to like nothing. There's just a video I saw recently where it's like, oh yeah, every time Aang kills someone in Avatar, it's just like a compilation of times you like knock someone over or like, you know, splash them with like water or whatever, and they're like, oh, they're dead. Oh, he's such a hypocrite. Yeah, it's like, what?
The only time you could feasibly argue that Aang killed anybody is when he goes Avatar state in the North Pole or whatever.
It's like, all right, like you blast a ship, maybe, but no, it's feasible they survive that. It's like, oh, he juices snow and just buries some Fire Nation soldiers. It's like they just melt through that.
Yeah, I'm talking about the time where like the moon spirit dies and like Aang gets empowered with the Avatar state and like becomes the Avatar of water and just like wipes out Fire Nation soldiers all over the
Yeah,
place.
that's the thing. It's
He
like he's
probably-
using war power. It's all right. Zhao probably dead. That seems pretty straightforward. A lot of it's him just like splashing dudes with war and like sweeping them away. But it's like you can swim in armor. We see people do it. They probably lived through that. They probably just retreated.
I mean, I don't know. Like if we're talking about the same scene, just the force of hundreds of gallons of water being swung at you, like.
I don't think that's like definitive at all.
I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it's very likely.
Man. That's those things where it's like, instead of like just bold, italicized, double red highlights under it, you cannot kill people. And it's like, oh yeah, they got hit by water and maybe they're dead. We're not gonna say anything about it. But they're probably not.
Yeah, I didn't see any drowned bodies floating in the water.
Yeah. Oh man. Just goofy.
Cherubimon X?
What?
I said there's a Cherubimon X?
Yeah. Cherubimon X is a thing. It's such a weird design because it's like a ball with the torso and the arms. It's like, huh.
Strange.
Like, I get what they're going for, but I don't know if it really works, you know?
Yeah, it looks very strange.
Do we have anything else to say about this episode? I know.
No, not really. It's okay. It might be the weakest episode so far, but it's still fun.
Yeah, I think that's a fair, like, assessment. I think that's a fair way to, like, frame this.